Hey guys, welcome back to Basics Boot Camp, and we are on week 10. This week we are going to be doing some mica tips and tricks. I am starting us off with just a basic Mica Flow tutorial, and I decided for this tutorial I wanted to showcase how to use the color shifting micas, the chameleon micas from the glitter guy. So I wanted to show it on a dark base because the color shift on these is unreal on a dark base. So this is a 24-ounce Plump from the Steel Magnolia, and I have sprayed it with this Rust-Oleum Midnight Blue. I have already epoxied this. I did about 10 milliliters of epoxy just to have just a nice coat on there to start putting the micas on. And then I mixed about 10 milliliters of epoxy with each of my colors. For this one, I have picked 4 colors, and then I've also mixed in this sky blue Spooky D's glow powder mica in all of the colors as well, because I want this cup to glow. I'm going for kind of a galaxy, spacey feel. I think I'm going to do some like star decals. I'm going to do a peekaboo. So to start out, I have mixed all of these in there. This is Mica Buble, and it is like it looks like this really pretty like light blue, but when you put it on the dark base, it's gonna have like totally different color to it. So we're gonna start with that one, and for this I just lightly drizzle it. There's really no rhyme or reason to this. It is messy and fun. And you can already see the different color shifting forming. There's like a teal, a pink, a blue. I'm going to be kind of less messy just because I don't want to mess up this new turner. But this is my new magnetic turner from the Tumbler Grip, and I absolutely love it. So if you can see that color shift, I'm sure you can on the screen, but it is amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and stop there with that. I don't know, I have a little more, so I might add a little more, but for now I like that, how it's looking. And then for this next one, I have Mica Phelps. It's kind of a bluish indigo, maybe like a purpley blue. And again, I'm just gonna lightly drizzle all over. I wanna make sure I get a good mix of all the colors. And now for this technique, if you were wanting to do like a stacked color kind of swirl, like flow instead, you could do that. For this one, I wanted to have like a cool galaxy vibe, so I'm just like mixing them all together. This one is Mica Keaton. It's kind of a darker purple. Like you can see that color shift before I even start putting it on. And this works on black, dark purple, like honestly any dark color base, red, brown, like any of the darker colors. I prefer to use my color shifting on dark blue, black, or dark purple, just because I feel like it really brings out the colors. All right, and for my last one, I have Mica Douglas. Let's see if my camera's focused. And this one's like a teal. This is really going to be pretty, I can already tell. And I know it looks like crazy, like some of the bigger clumps are like uneven or whatever, but that's not going to be an issue once you hit this with the heat gun. So it will all even out. A lot of it will fall off. It's kind of a little bit of a wasteful technique as far as epoxy goes, but it always turns out looking amazing. So I've got my heat gun, and I am just going to lightly hit it with some heat. And you don't want to leave your heat gun in any one place for too long. Otherwise you'll cook your epoxy and it'll exotherm and then it'll be no good. Alright, so now that I've got a nice good flow going, I did pause to not have you listen to the heat gun for all that time. I changed the direction of my turner to get it really flowing nicely and get all of this like fall off. You can kind of see all of this area that like dripped off on the bottom there. So this is what we are working with so far. I mean, seriously, this color shift, like, it's amazing. Look at all of those colors. All right, so now we're gonna let this cure, and then tomorrow we will sand it down and do our decal for our peekaboo, as long as it's smooth and ready to go, which it should be. Right, so we have let this dry, and then I sanded this to make sure everything was nice and smooth, because for peekaboos you do not want any sort of bumps or fish eyes or anything. So this has been sanded and I've cut my design out. I'm gonna lay this template on, and then I am going to spray it, I think, with silver lilac. I keep going back and forth on what color I want it to. But because this is so dark, I need something to lighten it up, but I feel like white will be a little too light. So it's either gonna be that or this solstice blue. It'll be a surprise when I come back. Okay, so just gonna lay this on here, and I know that you could also do like the hinge method or whatever for this. I just pulled it off, and I'm a rebel. I don't know. And this isn't staying on here, so I'm just throwing it on to put our design on. You just want to make sure that your decal is on there nice. Don't want any bumps where the decal is, obviously, but I did not weed a couple of these stars, I'm just now noticing. I'm going to pull this part up. Lay this part down. This area got a little, there we go, lifted. Okay, I'm just gonna pull this all up now, and as I'm going, I'm just gonna make sure that everything is laying flat so that we don't have any areas where the paint is going to seep through. This is 631 vinyl. That's what I prefer to use for a peekaboo, just because it comes up a lot easier This little spot right here is lifted. I do have one little area right here that the star kind of got a little messed up, a little scrunched. Okay. And I forgot to weed the star out the center. All right, so now we just need to spray this, and then once we are done spraying it, we'll let it dry. I only wait like 20 minutes dry to the touch because I don't like to wait too long, or else it will like lift the paint up sometimes. So we'll be back in just a minute to weed it. All right, so I went with the Solstice Blue. It's really hard to capture. It's like a pretty gray blue, because I really wanted it to look kind of like a sky galaxy. I don't know. So it is dry to the touch, and we are just gonna start weeding everything. And I have not videoed it yet, but I forgot to show you guys the glow. It looks really neat. I'll have to add a video at the end of the glow. And I feel like this is going to be very time consuming. So I'm not going to weed the whole thing on camera, but I thought I would show you guys just how I do it. I have my little weeding tweezers. This one's a little bit easier because it's got, like, you know, the lines, but when it's really tiny pieces, it's a lot more time consuming. So I'm going to weed all of this and then show you how it looks with epoxy on it. All right, had that final coat of epoxy, and then I decided that I wanted to add a little decal on it, so I just did that in a like holographic color shifting vinyl that has the same like shift that's on the cup, so I really like that. And I did add some blueberry ice mica to my epoxy so that the silver gray whatever that I put over it wasn't like flat. I wanted to add a little extra sparkle, and I think it looks super gorgeous. Make sure you check back every week for new boot camp videos, and on Wednesday you'll be doing a Mica video with Emery and Kay, and on Friday you'll be doing a Mica video with Pale Bird Designs. Thanks for watching.